Welcome back, legends.
Three, two, one, let's go! Yo, listen up, about to tell you some tales of fighters and wizard shuriken and sails. The ups, the downs, the wins, the fails, and heroes that would make the Avengers pale. Madara Uchiha, he's a goddess shinobi, dunking on allied forces harder than freaking Kobe. Heading over to Marineford, ready to take the risk. You see, Wiper crack the air with one blow off his fist. Brighter than the sun, hotter than you can see. Oh my god, Goku just went Super Saiyan 3 with Naruto, Luffy, the Dragon Ball 7. We about to crank the speed out all the way up to 11. You just died and you're about to be led to the greatest show this side of anime heaven. So sit down and stay tuned. Hey yo, DJ Spin, welcome to the show. This is Anime Legends.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of Anime Legends, The Hero's Journey. Thank you so much for watching. My name is, of course, Afro X, the anime guy. I know a lot of things about anime. That's what I do. That's my bread and butter. That's how I get it on. You know? All right. Well, I'm just going to start off right away with all the regular stuff that I start out with. You know, the same old that happens every week. From the top, here we go. We have a Patreon, and you can go on to patreon.com/AfroX, and if you want to donate to the channel, go ahead. There's 5 different levels. They're a monthly subscription. They go from $5, $10, $30, $50, and $100 a month. Not expecting anything in like the 50 or 100 range, nothing like that. But honestly, even if you could throw in $5-10 a month, that would be absolutely great, and I would be so thankful to you. Honestly, you guys keep the channel going. You really do. All right. Also, we have merch. We do have merch. If you go to teespring.com/store/afro-x-2, you will find the AfroX official t-shirt. On the front, it has the AfroX logo, and on the back, it has the AfroX slogan, which is, of course, "Stay Legendary." So yeah, we'll be making new merch soon, so check that out. As for the other announcements, like we have a TikTok now. I've been doing a little bit on there, and the TikTok is not specific to anime, but it's just kind of me doing a whole bunch of different stuff, kind of just being a free spirit. Anyways, we got Trix the Anime Hater up in here. Everybody know him. Everybody love him. Says, sup, everyone. Sup, Trix. You good people. Well, I believe it is high time to get into the first segment that we do every week, which, of course, is What anime slash manga have you watched slash read this week? There we go. What anime slash manga have you watched slash read this week? All right. Trick says, "Nah, bro, you great people." Um. All right. So, anime slash manga that I've watched this week. Um. I don't believe I watched any anime this week. Um. I'm currently in the process of getting rid of my Netflix and Hulu because I have to start saving money and stuff. Um, and so I'll be probably watching anime on Crunchyroll from now on. But as for the manga, after last week, I caught up in the One Piece manga, and dude, manga doing crazy stuff right now. I mean, Sanji alone, dude. Sanji alone, spoilers, just to let you know, in like the next couple of minutes, Sanji, man. Sanji absolutely becoming lit. He the inner struggle with he's like um he's like, do you? He's kind of in his own mind asking Luffy. He's like, hey, do you want me to be myself, who I am, or do you want me to be a Germa 66 super soldier? Because um, I can be myself, but if I'm myself, fighting women is gonna hold me back, and he knows that. Um, and yeah, he's like, fighting women is gonna hold me back, and he's like, but if I'm a German 66 soldier, he's like, I think he literally says, I can assassinate any target you give to me, um which is absolutely like amazing. I mean, I definitely don't think he hurt that girl. That's not him. And honestly, if Sanji ever hurt a woman in the storyline, I swear, man, he wouldn't be Sanji anymore. I just call him like I know there's already a Mr. 3, but like he'd be Guy 3 from then on. He wouldn't be Sanji. I mean, of course, in Japanese, Sanji does literally translate to Guy number 3. Um, but he'd just be Guy 3. He wouldn't be Sanji anymore. Gotta stay true to your colors, man. But yeah. Um Tricks here. Oh, a weird one about music battle. That's new. What do you mean about music battle? Are you talking about um Yamato fighting against Scratchman Appu? Cuz that was interesting. Um Trick said read One Piece, Witch Hat Atelier, and watched One Piece. Pretty good. A lot of One Piece in your diet. One Piece has variety. Um, Trick says Sanji, my favorite Straw Hat. Dude, that's cool. That's your thing. Honestly, Zoro, my favorite Straw Hat. Gotta give it to Zoro, man. Dude does not break down. Speaking of Zoro, in the new chapter, actually, uh, in the new chapter, actually, what is it? Sanji actually like calls Zoro on a Denden Mushi, and he's like, dude, if I'm not myself when we get back to the ship, I want you to end me. And Zoro's like, cool, got something to look forward to now. Trixie says it's a new anime that's music I like. That's really cool, dude. Trix says, damn, Zoro, we rivals on fan base now. For sure, dude. But I still love you. I love you like a play cousin. I can't say that because that's Black Nerd Comedy's thing. Anyways, anything else in the new chapter of One Piece that I'm missing, or in the new chapters? Not really, man. Sanji have an internal struggle. Everybody else still fighting. Momonosuke being real useless, trying to create those clouds and not really doing nothing. But anyways, I do want to make a point about One Piece this week, just because I believe it was this past week that episode 1000 dropped for One Piece. I mean, in manga chapters, in manga chapters, we got to chapter 1000. Let's see, we probably got there, I'd say maybe 4 months ago, something like that. We got to chapter 1000 about 4 months ago, because right now the manga is on chapter 2032, and if it comes out every week, that's been 32 weeks since then. So yeah, it's been, honestly, I'd say we probably got to chapter 1000 6 months ago, because 32 weeks is almost a year. Yeah. Chapter 1000 of episode 1000 of One Piece dropped this past week. And as you might know, I believe I've explained this before, but I'm not quite sure. Every anime episode is equal to about 3 chapters of the manga, and that's why there's a disconnect in the speed between them. Because while you're watching an anime episode, somebody else has to read 3 chapters of the manga to get all of the story that you've gotten in one episode. Which really means they have to cut a lot of stuff out of the manga, if we're being honest. They have to cut a lot of good stuff. But yeah. Chicks here says, much love to you, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We're not quite at the 15-minute mark, so just really quick, I'm going to tell you about the new video that's going up today. It is actually a re-upload of a video I tried to put up before, but it got copyright blocked. It is Anime Origins, The 7 Deadly Sins, where I talk about the influence of the Catholic Church on it, where I talk about the real 7 Deadly Sins, and I also talk about the anime, The 7 Deadly Sins, and I compare the two. It got copyright blocked by Aniplex before, so what I did was I re-downloaded it, and I looked through the parts that they had copyrighted and stuff, changed a couple things, and I think it's pretty good. It still gives you the same amount of information, and it's still fairly entertaining. Plus, I did get to keep a couple of straight from the anime clips in there. Can't be monetized, but hey, I'm not making money on this anyway, besides from Patreon. But check it out. Drops at 3 o'clock right after this live stream. Anime Origins, The 7 Deadly Sins. You will be happy you did. Um, Trick says, yeah, manga to anime ratio can have different from that. I get what you mean. Um, anyways, we are getting into the meat and potatoes of today's topic, which is the hero's journey. Now, you may be asking, what is the hero's journey? Well, let me tell you. The hero's journey is a myth based framework, incredibly flexible. It has three parts: the separation, where the hero sets out on his journey, seeking possibly reluctantly adventures. Secondly, the initiation, where the majority of the journey happens, the hero arrives. Finally, is the return. The hero has finished whatever they set out to do and has obtained the object, treasure, love, or knowledge. Now he must return home. These are the basic elements of every hero's journey and can be used in a variety of ways to improve, analyze, and create narratives. In essence, there is a grand unified universe theory for nearly every story, and that's what the hero's journey is. It is pretty much what every story ever written can be broken down into. Um, and I mean, there are some variations, but some part of the hero's journey has to be pretty much in every work for it to be considered a good work of literature. Um, and this is true also with manga and anime. And I do believe the hero's journey is used by a lot of mangaka or manga authors when they are creating anime. So, I mean, let's look at the different parts. So, the different parts of the hero's journey are, or the different steps are, the ordinary world, the call to adventure, the refusal of the call, meeting with the mentor, crossing the threshold, tests allies and enemies, approach to the innermost cave, the supreme ordeal, reward or seizing the sword, the road back, resurrection, and returning with the elixir. Um, so, I mean, just going one by one on these. The ordinary world. This is the original world of the hero, which suffers from a symbolic deficiency. The hero is lacking something, or something is taken from him. Just let's just use let's use an anime that's already been completed. We'll use Naruto in this case. So the ordinary world in Naruto's case is, of course, the Hidden Leaf Village. It's the place where he grew up, the place where he kind of comes back to every time. It's his home. Um, it suffers from a symbolic deficiency. I mean, the deficiency really is that at least at the beginning of the Naruto story, um, like everybody hated Naruto, and he just had a really horrible childhood while he was there, and that was his thing. I mean, the whole basis of Konoha in original Naruto is that people don't like the main person here. So then there's, of course, the call to adventure, and really, if you think about it, the call to adventure was really Naruto starting to become a ninja, him meeting Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke, and starting on their adventures, going to the land of waves and fighting Zabuza and Haku. Um, and moreover, like getting into the tuning exams and stuff like that. And that's where I say that there are many different like parts to the hero's journey, and they can all be kind of like switched around sometimes, because like going to the land of waves and fighting Zabuza and Haku, that was like a miniature hero's journey right there. And I mean, you can really see how that helped Naruto to grow. the Chunin exam and fighting Orochimaru and Gaara. That was another little miniature hero's journey. I mean, so much of Naruto is just Masashi Kishimoto going, okay, every battle is going to be a tiny little miniature hero's journey while I'm building up the bigger hero's journey. So, refusal of the call. The often reluctant hero has to be set along the correct path. He must weigh the consequences and be excited by a stronger motivation to proceed further. Pretty much like Naruto has always been motivated by wanting to become the Hokage, wanting to become the most popular person in the village, but more deeper than that, Naruto just wants to be loved. He just freaking wants people to like him, which honestly, I can understand, and a lot of people can understand. And honestly, that's why Naruto is so relatable to a lot of people who are really depressed and downtrodden and stuff like that. And so that's definitely his motivation is just to be light. Meeting with the mentor, the hero encounters a wise figure who prepares him for the journey. This figure or item gives advice, guidance, or an item, but cannot go with the hero. We see this multiple times. I mean, Kakashi is a mentor. Jiraiya is a literal mentor. Killer Bee is a mentor, and all of them give Naruto something to help him at hard times during his journey. Where he needs to get to the next level. I mean, Kakashi and Yamato straight up teach him about different chakra styles, and that's like after he's already in his teens and stuff. So he learns Rasen Shuriken pretty much from them, or develops it. Jiraiya really helped him in for a long time, learning to control the Nine Tails and learning to regulate his chakra. And as you know, Killer Bee helped him to realize how to unlock Tailed Beast mode. And that really helped. But as you saw in the story, all of these mentors can't really go along with him all the way on the journey. There were multiple times when like Naruto was alone, when he had to do it himself. Like sure, sure Kakashi went with him to the end, but in the end Kakashi wasn't the one who dealt the final blow to Kaguya. It was Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. What was it? Jiraiya became kind of a big motivation for Naruto to like get up off his butt and start doing sage mode stuff. So Jiraiya was really a mentor even in death. And I mean, Killer Bee, yeah, he went along with Naruto, but pretty much after Naruto got into the war and started doing stuff, like Killer Bee was like, cool, I'm a bounce, I'm gonna go another place and help other people because you got this. But yeah, the mentors have been really big. And I mean, if we're looking at other anime and stuff, Luffy's mentors have obviously been like Dark Silver's Rayleigh, Hyogoro of the Flowers, but I mean, Luffy's different because Luffy hasn't really needed a mentor because he's just come up with his own upgrades to abilities. He's taught himself how to upgrade his own devil fruit, which honestly is really impressive. I mean, if you think about it, you could say that every enemy that Luffy fights is a mentor to him because he has to break through a limit and get to a higher level in order to defeat them. Crossing the threshold, the hero is committed to his task and enters a special world. Often he is met by a threshold guardian. Pretty much this could be described by any 2-year time skip in anime, especially if it comes right after a difficult battle. I mean, if we're looking at Naruto, this definitely could be represented by Pain. Like, um, Pain was definitely the boss that Naruto was like, I gotta beat this dude or else I ain't moving forward. In One Piece, there's multiple moments where there's thresholds. In fact, they have literal thresholds: the entrance to the Grand Line, the entrance to the New World, um and just those difficulties. Logtown, everything that happened in Logtown. Luffy meeting Smoker was could represent like a gate guardian into going into the Grand Line. And pretty much all of Marineford could be seen as a gate guardian into getting into the New World. So there's that. Tests allies and enemies. In the special world, the hero learns the new rules by meeting people and obtaining new information. There's often a local watering hole component. This is where the true characteristics of the hero are revealed. Local watering hole, I definitely could see in One Piece that being the Sabati Archipelago. And also, I mean, I think Bartholomew Kuma is a giant gatekeeper too, because like Bartholomew Kuma really set up all of the Straw Hats for getting their power upgrades and really literally chuck them straight into the 2-year time skip, which I think was impressive work on Ichiro Oda's part, coming up with that. But yeah, pretty much in One Piece, the test allies and enemies all come in everything past the Grand Line and everything past the New World. I mean, there's a few different stages to One Piece. I mean, you have the East Blue, which had a whole bunch of stuff in it. Crap, I lost my train of thought. You have the East Blue, and the East Blue was good, but it didn't have really challenging stuff in it. I mean, maybe Don Krieg. But I mean, Ichiro Oda likes to foreshadow and he likes to prepare his characters for other stuff. Luffy fighting Don Krieg. Don Krieg had poison. It was Luffy's first real exposure to poison. And that slightly makes him more prepared for fighting Crocodile. Fighting Crocodile slightly makes him more prepared for fighting Magellan. And I'm guessing Magellan made him prepared for fighting Doflamingo, and Doflamingo in turn made him ready to prepared to fight Kaido. I mean, all of these people have really thrown Luffy for a loop. And I mean, One Piece battles really go in a cycle if you think about them. In fact, in when I was reading in the manga, there's that part where Kaido like throws Luffy into the ocean, and I'm like, "Yep, Luffy's getting thrown into the ocean, but he's gonna come back. Like I'm expecting this." And then when they go for like 2 full chapters with him just drowning, I'm like, "Okay, maybe we got some stakes here." But yeah. Approach to the innermost cave. Now our hero and often his allies have come to the edge of the dangerous place where the object of the quest is hidden. This stage often is the land of the dead. In Naruto, this would probably be best described as the fourth great ninja war battlefield. And honestly, this is just the stage for the final battle. And that goes right into the supreme ordeal. The hero faces danger, often a life or death moment that is either physical or psychological. In the case of Naruto, it was literally a life or death moment, and his power up came from him dying, and him and Sasuke dying, and then getting the Sage of Six Paths powers, and then coming back. Um, and you know the story. That all leads to the reward or seizing the sword. After surviving, our hero takes possession of the object, typically a treasure, weapon, knowledge token, or reconciliation. In this case, after defeating Kaguya, like, Naruto saves the world. Like, everybody thinks he's great. He's well on his way to becoming Hokage after Kakashi. Well, specifically because Obito is just like, Obito is just like, you gotta be Hokage for me, Kakashi. And then after he beats Kage, everybody's like, yeah, Naruto's great. He can be the Hokage. Now there is a point in between here that we do still have to address, which is the road back. The hero must now deal with the consequences of their actions. They may be pursued by remaining forces. They now face the decision to return to the ordinary world. In Naruto, the road back was really represented by, like, after the whole fight with Kaguya, Sasuke is just like, yo, I'm not your friend. Like I'm gonna still fight you on this. In fact, in my crap guide to Naruto Shippuden, I say Sasuke's like, look at me, I am the bad guy now. But yeah, that whole thing of Sasuke being like, hey, the world doesn't have a bad guy, so you know what? I'm going to be the bad guy. And Naruto's like, no, you're going to be my friend, and I'm going to drag you back to the Hidden Leaf Village by your hair with me, because we're both the main character. So anyway, the road back in Naruto was really the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke, and that was crazy. Like, there were 5 whole manga chapters titled Naruto and Sasuke, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where they just fought. 5 whole chapters of just fighting. And then, like, they get to the end of the fight and they have barely any chakra. They have just enough chakra to stay alive. And they're just punching each other. They're just like, I'm trying to hit you now. And then you know the end. Arms blown off, stuff like that. Resurrection. One final test is required for the purification and rebirth of the hero. Alternatively, it may be a miraculous transformation. Honestly, we get this in Naruto during the fight. And really more after the fight, because if you think about it, in the last, once they do the 10-year time skip there, and Naruto's an adult and Sasuke's an adult, like, they both get huge power-ups after that. Return with the elixir. The triumphant hero returns to the ordinary world bearing the elixir. Common elixirs are treasure, love, freedom, wisdom, or knowledge. A defeated hero is doomed to repeat the lesson. This is where it kind of splits and gets interesting, because in Naruto, like, Naruto goes on to become the Hokage. He gets everything that he wants, while Sasuke is the defeated hero, and he has to kind of restart the story again, and goes off to find redemption, to gain atonement for everything that he's done by pretty much fighting. He gains atonement by fighting all the evils of the world and keeping them away from the Hidden Leaf Village. But yeah. I mean, if we're looking at One Piece, the story isn't done yet. So the hero's journey is extremely long in One Piece, and they haven't even gotten to, like, the approach to the innermost cave. Like, we're getting there, but that's really gonna happen on Laugh Tale, or Raftel, as the island is called, which is the actual name of the island. But anyways, I mean, it's all going to come down to that. That's going to be the end of Luffy's hero's journey. And And I mean, we'll really see what happens there, but you can kind of predict the rest of the story based on what a normal hero's journey has. Although Ichiro Oda does like to throw loops in and make a ton of twists and turns to the original hero's journey, so yeah. Whereas Masashi Kishimoto liked to make lots of miniature heroes journeys, and then he finally got to his point after Shippuden. Um, Ichiro Oda likes to stretch out the hero's journey, or he likes to make multiple big, like every arc is a hero's journey, stuff like that. And really, the ordinary world for Luffy is his ship, if you think about it. But yeah, I mean, just looking at it, that's pretty much all of the hero's journey. I mean, if you can think of any more examples, do let me know. But I mean, all anime can kind of be broken down into this. I mean, the hero's journey for Goku definitely is like, I mean, there's a whole hero's journey in Dragon Ball alone, but I mean, in Dragon Ball Z, if you're looking at it, like, Goku's whole motivation, all he strives for is protecting Earth, and also getting stronger, finding better fights, stuff like that. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, such a hero's journey there too. And I mean, it continues. Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Heroes, stuff like that. It never really ends. The hero's journey never really ends. Is really a good mark to, or a good thought to finish this out on. But what are your thoughts? I want to hear what you think. I want to know what is your consideration. Looking back at the chat here, Trick says the hero's journey is a staple for shonen. That's very true. I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, but I'm pretty sure it goes along with the hero's journey also. Trick says Kuma was a beast. Kuma was a beast. I mean, honestly, Kuma was the beast that created the beast. And when I say that, I mean that Zoro is a beast. Like Zoro takes one look at Kuma and he's like, dude, we're wiped out. We're wiped out right now. But we're wiped out right now, and we know you could like kill us in 2 seconds, but you know what? Like, just let me have the captain's pain, and let us go. And Kuma's like, sure. And I mean, you saw Zoro took all of Luffy's pain for the entire Thriller Bark fight, which was absolutely amazing, and he survived. Honestly, best Shippuden fight was Kakashi versus Obito in the pocket space. I like that fight too. I really enjoyed it. I will say though, if I had to pick a favorite fight in Naruto Shippuden, it would probably be Sasuke versus Itachi. Sasuke versus Itachi, I just absolutely loved. I thought it was amazing. Pain fight was really good too. I enjoyed that. Twix's Kenshin had a good hero's journey from Bato Sai to Life of Redemption. That's true. And he said, like Zoro said, noticed happened. Did you mean nothing happened? Oh yeah, and then and then he didn't even complain about it. He just kept his mouth shut. He's like, bro, I took all your pain, and I'm not even gonna talk about it, dude. He's amazing. Zoro is. We get one. Zoro is fucking amazing. He's the real OG. Like, honestly, and you can hang me in the comments if you want for this. I will say it loud. I will say it proud. Roronoa Zoro should be the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, not Luffy. Like, Zoro literally should be the captain. If Luffy ever dies, Zoro should be the captain. Not even kidding. Took all the pain for Luffy. He led half the crew to Wano. He walked right into Kaido's territory before Luffy even went. And he got all set up, and he's like, I'ma just wait here. I'ma hide out. I'ma get these people ready. Bruh, Zoro is amazing people. Because I agree he would make a better captain. Yeah. Honestly, if only he hadn't been a pirate hunter first. If he had not been a pirate hunter in his past life, and he had started out as a pirate, and Luffy had just joined his crew, I would have been like, hey, story's good. Story's still good as it is. But I mean, honestly, I guess you kind of need someone who is flawed to be the main character in a shonen. That's like Shonen 101. You need to have a flawed main character who is kind of dumb. In Luffy's case, he hella dumb though. But yeah, honestly, if Zoro was the captain from the beginning, I don't think the moments that we got would have been that intense. I mean, whereas Luffy is getting over limits, Zoro is the Superman of the group, and he's like, I have no limits. If you're gonna fight me, I've already thought of a way to beat you. If I get hurt, I brush it off. Like, honestly, him taking Luffy's pain set him up for every other instance of him getting hurt for the entire series. Like, even when he gets stabbed by Killer's scythe, like, he just brushes it off like it's nothing. But yeah, I do think that is really impressive. All right. I'm going to go through the regular stuff that I always go through at the end. First off, we do have a Patreon. And if you wanted to donate to that Patreon, that would be great. You can visit it by going to patreon.com/AfroX, where you will find the page. There are 5 levels. It's a monthly subscription. They go from $5, $10, $30, $50, and $100 a month. Not expecting anything in the $50 or $100 range, but if you could even throw in like $5 or $10, that'd be great. Honestly, if you're going for the $30 mark, that's the real target we're going for here, and that's why I give one of the best rewards for that. If you subscribe at the $30 a month mark, you're gonna get a link to my Discord where you can personally talk to me, and you will be the first people that I get advice from for new content to be made, and you will also be getting every edited video one day early. So that is very exciting. Trickster says Zoro still hasn't gone all out yet. I do agree. Just want to point out here. Sorry. Just want to point out here. Zoro, if you notice, Zoro has been the only person to put a visual physical dent on Kaido yet. He cut off half of Kaido's horn. So I'd pretty much say that Zoro is above Luffy's level by now in power and strength. Okay, what was I saying? Patreon, yes. Also, we do have merch. You can go and visit teespring.com/store/afro-x-2, and you will find the AfroX t-shirt. On the front it has the AfroX logo, and on the back it has the AfroX slogan, which is of course stay legendary. In other news, we have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter page, we have a TikTok page. On TikTok I'm just kind of doing random stuff and not really talking about anime all that much, but ooh, that's fun to look at. That's fun to do. But yeah, go on there, talk to me about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Trick says, yeah, I can see Zoro above Luffy for sure. Honestly, Sanji is coming into the realm of being above Luffy pretty soon too. Just as in the manga, he's in his super soldier form. He's pretty much becoming invulnerable to damage, which is really really cool. So I do want to see what happens with those top three. Honestly, I we're pretty much in the story now, leaving all of the supernovas behind. But honestly, if I could see front runners for who's gonna be like the strongest in the world, if or when Big Mom and Kaido are defeated, we're looking at Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, Law, and Kid. Those are probably going to be the top five. And I mean, honestly, Luffy's already claimed as, or Luffy's already been named as the fifth emperor, or the fifth warlord of the sea, or no, not warlord of the sea, the fifth emperor of the sea. And honestly, he's fighting straight up like Gold Roger, which I didn't like the comparison, because that means they're comparing Kaido to Whitebeard, which is a little insulting given that Whitebeard is my favorite character in all of One Piece. But yeah. Yeah, I definitely do want to see what happens with that group. Anyways, I do want to apologize because right now I am just physically tired, emotionally drained. I have not eaten anything today yet. In fact, I haven't eaten anything since about 12:30 last night. So I am extremely hungry and extremely drained, and I will see you guys next week. We're going to be ending the stream right here. Oh, sorry about that. Anyways, keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro. And always remember to stay legendary. And we'll be back next week. Well, actually, no, we won't be back next week. Actually, I should say this right now. Next week, next Thursday is going to be Thanksgiving. So I've decided that next week I'm taking a vacation week. I am taking the entire week off. So there will not be an edited video, and there will not be an Anime Legends next week. But in 2 weeks, we'll be back. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.